It's finally here, Pie Day 2025. I think we have most of the stuff we're gonna need already set up here, ready to go. We're making 10 pies this year. On the list, we have 2 pumpkin, 2 peanut butter, 2 chocolate, 1 cherry cheesecake, 1 candy cane pie, 1 white Christmas pie, and 1 pecan pie. Although we might do 2 pecan pies. It seems like the recipe I use normally makes 2.
Yeah.
So we might end up having 11 pies, we'll see. So if you're new and this is your first time joining us for Pie Day, this is the day we take to make all of the holiday pies for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. That's not Santa Claus on the roof, it is Tyler. They're blowing the leaves off the top of the house.
It's Santa!
We're gonna start with the pumpkin pies because we need to preheat the oven to 425 for those. They cook for 15 minutes at 425. Then we cut it back to 350, and the only other pie we're gonna be baking in the oven is the pecan pie. So when the pumpkin pies get done, then we'll do the pecan pie. But while pumpkins are in there, we'll start with the other ones. Most of these are no bake, except for the chocolate one, and I think the white Christmas or the candy cane one. One of those we cook some stuff on the stovetop. For the pumpkin pies, we're just making the recipe on the back of the Great Value pumpkin. So we're gonna put in 2 cans because we're making 2 of these. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix everything up all in the same bowl, and then we'll divide it between the pie crusts. We went ahead and got out all of our little utensils that we would need. That's a big tip for Pie Day if you decide to do it. Get everything that you'll need out ahead of time and set up and ready for you. That way everything is just where you can grab it when you need it.
Are we gonna use freshly ground cinnamon?
We can if we have Daddy's freshly ground. We got it right here. This is some of Titus's leftover freshly ground cinnamon, so we'll use that. He'll be so happy. We're gonna put 6 eggs into this bowl. So we've got 6 eggs in here. In here with the eggs, we're gonna put 1.5 cups of sugar. I think they were doing the same thing last year on Pie Day. It's like Pie Day is the day they want to blow everything off the house. All right, we're putting a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. I'm gonna pour this in here with the pumpkin. Okay, so we'll mix this all together, then we just need 2 cups of milk. You wanna measure the 2 cups of milk, Sissy?
Yeah.
So we're using these aluminum pans and the refrigerated pie crust for the pumpkin one. We don't have to bake the crust first. Now on Pie Day, I use these because we're making, a lot of them. It's easier to deal with than pie plates because most of these are going in the freezer. We're gonna go ahead and keep the ones that we're gonna have for Thanksgiving in the refrigerator. The rest of them will go in the freezer. So we normally decide after we get them made which ones we wanna keep out for Thanksgiving because it's just in 3 days, y'all. There's that one. Now we'll get the other one ready. We've got our Christmas music going. Of course, there will be pumpkin pie wars. Probably 5-star Christmas. It's a fun day. Make a bunch of pies, watch Christmas movies or whatever, listen to Christmas music, and just get ready for this is our big kickoff to the holidays right here. These go in for 15 minutes at 425, then we'll cut the heat back to 350 and they cook for 35 to 40 more minutes. Pie number 2, candy cane crush pie. We've got a chocolate snap crust for this. You can use an Oreo crust if you want to, or make your own Oreo crust. Walmart didn't have Oreo, but they had this chocolate snap, so that's what we got. This one is kind of like a candy cane cheesecake pie. It has 2 blocks of cream cheese, and I've had these sitting out, but they're not quite soft enough. So I'm gonna put them in the microwave on defrost for just a few seconds.
Okay.
We'll be ready in just a second. Are you wearing red because you're helping with the candy cane pie?
Yep.
2 blocks of softened cream cheese going in there. First we're going to use the paddle attachment and then we'll switch to the whisk one when we add the heavy cream in.
Fine.
Now we need 1.5 cups of powdered sugar.
This? Can I get this?
Let me get you a little scooper here. Now we want this part to be pink, so we're going to put just a little bit of this red decorating gel in there. Can you squeeze it in?
How much do we need?
You just squeeze it and I'll tell you when. We don't want it to be super red, we just want it to get a little pink. There you go. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Just half a teaspoon of peppermint. That stuff is really strong. You don't need much at all.
Just wow. I can already smell it. That actually smells pretty good.
We're gonna stop it for a minute and we'll scrape down the sides. 1 cup of heavy cream.
Heavy cream coming up. It looks very pink.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll help you hold it. You turn it. I'll just help you hold it. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. 1/2 cup of these peppermint. These are like candy cane sprinkles. They taste like peppermint. You can also use crushed candy canes, but our Walmart was completely out. Well, they said online anyway, of regular candy canes.
Don't worry, I did wash my hands.
Now we put this on.
Now what do we need to put in?
That's it for this.
Okay, maybe I could put a candy cane in there. I did it!
Now we just put this into the chocolate crust. Okay, Mr. Man, you and Sissy put some sprinkles on top, and then when you get ready to serve this one, you just put whipped cream all around the outside of it. That one's done. We'll put the top on it, and it goes
In the freezer?
in the refrigerator for now until we decide which ones we're gonna leave out for Thanksgiving. All right, we paused for a cleanup break, got all the dishes washed from the pumpkin pies and the candy cane pie. Now we're gonna make the cherry cheesecake one. I did go ahead and put 2 crusts in the oven too for the peanut butter ones. For this cherry cheesecake, we just use a graham cracker crust, so it's already ready for us. We need 1 block of cream cheese, and then just mix that together. There's the cream cheese and 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, we got that scraped down. Now we're putting in an 8-ounce container of thawed whipped topping. While she's mixing that, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this can of cherry pie filling. Okay, so we just put this into the graham cracker crust, and you can put any kind of fruit topping or whatever you want to put on top of here. This is just a basic no-bake cheesecake. This is also the base for our peanut butter pie, so I'm not even gonna have to wash this because everything that we just made right here goes into the peanut butter one, so we'll just put it back over there. For this cherry cheesecake one, we're gonna go around the edge here. First, I'm gonna smooth out my middle, and then we're just gonna go around the edge and make like a little dip in the middle so that our cherries stay in place in the middle. There we go. Now, these are not the prettiest cherries. I got these from Aldi, y'all. Yeah, they're not the prettiest red color, so I just wanted to give y'all a heads up on that in case you'd rather get the ones that are the prettier red color, like the Great Value or whatever the name brand ones are. But these still taste fine. I tasted them. They're good. The date's good on them. They're just not that pretty red. And that's it. Cherry cheesecake. And that one's ready to go in the refrigerator. Crusts are ready for the peanut butter one. This had a little split, but that's okay. The peanut butter filling is gonna cover that up. Sissy's putting in 2 blocks of cream cheese because we're doing 2 of these peanut butter ones. We're putting 1/2 cup of sugar. For the peanut butter pies, we go with Jif or any other kind of creamy peanut butter. The natural kind does not work as good for these because it's just too oily. We're putting about almost a cup of peanut butter since we're doing 2 pies here. This is basically like a peanut butter no-bake cheesecake, and it's wonderful. Everybody who's ever tried it loved it. So if you like peanut butter and you like cheesecake, you should add this one to your list. We wish you a Merry Christmas
pumpkin pies are looking good after this.
Now we're putting 2 tubs of thawed whipped topping. It's still a tad bit frozen, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody minds around here if there's a little pocket of whipped cream. What? Little tip with the pumpkin pies, same thing with sweet potato. When you see them start to crack like that, that's how you know they're done. See those little cracks right there? That's what I'm talking about. Those are ready now. They just have to cool completely before we freeze them. I'm sure one of these will be left out for Thanksgiving and the other one will go in the freezer. I'm gonna scrape down the peanut butter mixture over here. Alright, peanut butter ones are done. For the pecan ones, we need unbaked pie crust. So we have these. Now, is this the one? This is the one I said I might get 2 pecan pies. So, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember if I always doubled this recipe and made 2, or if when I made the one recipe, it seemed like it was enough for 2, because I'm not using deep dish. I'm just gonna make what it says for 1, and we'll see what we've got. If we have enough for 2, we'll do 2. We need 1 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. I'm pouring in 1/3 cup of melted butter. And in this same thing, I'm gonna put a cup of light corn syrup, because the butter being in there is gonna help this just to come right out of this. There we go. Yeah, now you can put the eggs. 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so we're gonna put some chopped pecans inside the bottom of this crust. These are really fun because these pecans are gonna rise up to the top. I can't remember if we did pecan last year.
I think we did a whole bunch of new pies, so we did.
This year we're kind of doing our classics. This one's gonna bake for 30 minutes at 350. Covered with foil, and then after 30 minutes we're going to remove the foil and let it bake for 20 more minutes. For the next ones, I'm pretty sure we need 2 baked crusts. Let me check. White Christmas pie, we need a baked crust. Old-fashioned chocolate pies, we need 2 baked crusts. I'm going to go ahead and put the crust in here for the chocolate pies. When the white chocolate one gets done, we'll bake these. For the white Christmas pie, we need a pack of unflavored gelatin and a 1/4 cup of cold water. I put the cold water in there. Sissy's just gonna mix this together. We've got the crust cooling right here. We're gonna start the rest of this pie on the stovetop. In here, we're gonna put 1/2 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, I'm going to slowly pour in 1.5 cups of milk while Sissy stirs it, and we're going to put it on medium. We're going to bring it to a boil, and it's going to boil for 1 minute. We're bringing over the gelatin bowl, because when this finishes boiling for 1 minute, we're going to add it into here. I'm going to whip up 1/2 cup of heavy cream over here in the KitchenAid. Okay, we are ready to pour this into the gelatin mixture now. Mix that together. We're putting in 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla and 1 cup of coconut flakes. I'm just gonna eyeball that. Okay, we're putting in the whipped cream that we just whipped up. I can see why this is a white Christmas pie. Everything's white that goes in it. Yeah. Except the vanilla. Back over here in the KitchenAid, we're going to put 3 egg whites, a 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar. We're going to whip these and then add in 1/2 cup of sugar. Now we put this in here. Now we just pour this into the crust, y'all. It's definitely filling up this crust. It's supposed to be really poofy. We'll have to keep y'all updated on this one. I'm gonna put the rest of this in the refrigerator, and we'll put this in the refrigerator, and then whenever it sets up, we can put the rest of this on the top. Because right now it would just be a disaster. For the chocolate pies, we need sugar. Now I'm making 2 of them. Now we need cocoa powder. Then we need the same amount of flour as the cocoa powder. Now I'm gonna turn this on to medium. And we're gonna put in 2 cups of milk and 3 egg yolks. Now we just let this cook on medium until it gets really thick. Then we'll remove it from the heat, add some vanilla, and it's ready to go into the crusts. All right, Pie Day 2025 is done. We have 2 peanut butter pies, cherry cheesecake, candy cane pie, 2 pumpkin pies, pecan pie. This is Sissy's surprise pie. We have 2 chocolate pies. Now whipped cream or a meringue will go on top of those. Whenever we decide to eat them, we'll decide which one to put. A lot of times with the old-fashioned pie, we do a meringue on top, but sometimes the kids like whipped cream better. So one of those will go on top of the chocolate pies. And we have the white Christmas pie, which also you gotta stay tuned for because we don't know what's gonna happen with that. It is starting to set up pretty good. Which ones are staying out for Thanksgiving?
Chocolate,
peanut butter,
peanut butter,
and pumpkin.
yeah.
Chocolate, peanut butter, and pumpkin. All right.